Hello YouTube, Robin Hood Bricks here, and you'll never guess what time it is. It's Brick Call O'Clock! Woo! With a big box from Edward in the States and a lovely package from bricklink.com. Let's dig in. Alright, well, as ever, we're going to start off with the subscriber package, which is a very big and generous sized box from Edward in New York State in the US of A. Extra generous because the US Postal Service's rates are exorbitant at the best of times, so yeah, super generous. And here is your bedoing, Edward. Before I forget, let's get into this great big thing. It's very well packaged. We seem to have a lot of bubble wrap, and there's the actual package. And whoa, there's a letter. Box over the head, and there we go. Right, let's dig into this. A lovely printed letter, not too long either. Dear Miss... Oh, golly. Just trying to do two things at once. Get rid of the noisy packaging first. There we go. Dear Mr. Robin Hood Bricks. Hi, how's it going? I hope you had a good vacation. I'm sending you this package that contains lots of Lego pieces that I hope you can use for your future builds. I've been a fan for at least 2 years now, and I love all your videos about Brick Nottingham, Brick Call O'Clock, and I love all of the builds that you've been building over the years. I also have a channel. It's called Small Bricksville, so check that out, people. And I was wondering if you could check it out, and I just want to say thank you for everything that you've done. Sincerely, Ed. Oh, that is absolutely lovely. Well, thank you very much for sending that in. Yeah, sometimes it's very lovely being a YouTuber. And sometimes it's sort of relatively lonely and you don't sort of see or get a lot of feedback sometimes. It feels, I know that's probably being a bit introspective, but anyway, having a lovely letter like that, sort of setting it out, I always love it when I get family stories, things like that. It really makes it all worthwhile. So anyway, enough about that. Let's dig into this package, which seems to already be opening itself with eagerness. Oh, look at this. We've got all sorts of stuff in here. Wow, is that a mask? Oh wow. Oh, golly, we've got all sorts of good stuff in here. Let's check that's empty. Yep. Cool. Wow, where to start? Well, let's start with these sticker sheets. I say sheets, there's just one. And this is for the art school on Friends, probably the Heart Lake Art School. You know what they're like with that title. I think this is quite good. I can't remember if I got this already or if it's on my sort of maybe list. And that's basically a list for when things are cheap and they're available, then I would get them. But I don't really, pressingly need them or anything. And that's because it's got some quite good stickers on it, actually. I mean, that mural you could stick anywhere, maybe behind some sort of vendor in a store or something, just as a backdrop in a clothes store or something. Clock, that's always useful. I don't know where you'd use the watermelon, but why not? And then these pictures and that's, I think, why I was interested in it before, because you'd have two people painting the same sort of scene outside, or maybe even just have them as two artist creations that are for sale in a gallery. I did that gallery, didn't I? It's well tucked away, so it's not like something you can get on the inside of very easily. But also the art school. I mean, if you've just got a generic building you can't do the inside of, or you don't want to, then just putting a sign outside to say what it is always a good idea, because then it looks more interesting than perhaps it is. So, yeah, I think I needed that. So that is a really good start. Thank you very much, Ed. Then that's another one of my favourites, the baby Triceratopses for my army of ogres. And this colour, I think, is for the female ones, because I've kind of got the sand blue female ogres on the sand green, olive green rather, baby Triceratops, and then vice versa. So there's the sand blue one of the Triceratops, which has got the male olive coloured Cyclopses on. So yeah, so that's great. So we'll have an absolute army of those trundling around. I think they belong underground. So that's what my plan for all of those is. I've got about sort of, I don't know, at least 6 of them anyway. So this will make another one. And you lay 6 of these out like in a big charge, and it feels quite an area, It's quite a big scene in a way. So yeah, that's a formidable army amongst the many armies that I collect. Wow, check out all of these. Are these I've not ever had these before. They are official, aren't they? Yeah, Lego. Yeah, so these are masterpieces. Now, I think this is sort of an era that I didn't have any boats from. But yeah, they piece together like that. So you've got the base bit with the 4x4 on, then that's the next section. So, oh yeah, so we've got a full ship's worth here. Oh no, hold on, that's weird. That's got the base on, but it's much narrower. So that's a sort of just a short mast, I think, that one. And then we've got, oh look, there's the other one. Oh no, there's a new one. I don't have that one. So I've got the olive one and the sand blue one, but not the grey one. So goodness knows who's on that one then. That kind of scuppers my system somewhat, but he has to be included. Oh, he's great. So yeah, we've got three different colours of those now. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, so I was always tempted to get some of these because then you can oh, so that will be the top section for there, presumably. Because I can use these in the deep sea. Wow, that is very tall, though. You know, for a sunken ship. Wow. Yeah, that is really tall. So there's another middle and another top. So what have we got? There's another top. Another top. Wow. Did you not need any of these? That looks like some sort of crossbeam or something. Yeah, so masts galore. So we seem to have one absolutely full one sort of base, but unless that base disconnects. Oh, it does. Right, that makes some sense. Right, so then, no, still don't know. We still need that bit, do we? Anyway, we've got a pile of masts. I'll have to work that out later. I think this is the full caboodle, this one here, that probably needs turning 90 degrees, does it, to get everything lined up? Who knows? But yeah, so that's that. But we've got all sorts of other pieces to make another one, to make a very convincing looking shipwreck. So that's cool. So we've got two of these lovely pieces, like at the top of the Rust Tower. I have to think how I can use more of those now. I've kind of castled out at the moment. We've got a dark brown top there and a black one as well, and more black kind of corner panel pieces. I've got loads of these in black. I need to make a huge black tower somewhere, maybe called something like the Black Tower. See, there's one with a front section with some lava on. Yeah, and that looks like old dark grey. And that's to go on top of it, presumably. Oh, and there's a black one. So there's all sorts of castle goodness here for building. Oh, I could do with that. Old grey. I've never seen that one before. That's new on me. Every time I see something new, oh yeah, you see, in this time, I'm right, I think. I don't think this one is official Lego. I was going to say I'm very suspicious, because as soon as I see something I don't recognise, I presume it isn't actual proper Lego. And in this case, I think I'm right. So, yeah, sorry, Ed. I probably won't include that one. Hot car. That's a fun sticker. Don't know where I'm going to use that. Or is it a print? It's a print. And that is Lego. So there we go. That's nice. Got more stickery bit. Oh, you know what I like. Golly, all sorts of good stuff. So we've got tridents and bubbles and stuff. So stick that on something underwater, obviously from an Atlantis build. We've got this, which is probably from an Ninjago. What's he called? No, that's Infernox. That's Rock Monsters, isn't it? But anyway, yeah. Oh, Magmar. It's like General Magmar or something. It's probably one of his contraptions, I would guess that. But those stickers might be usable. Now, I've got an absolute load of these, which I can only imagine came off the Sentai Fortress or something like that. Because, oh, look, we got some bullet holes on one of them. So I think that might be backing up my thinking there. Wow. So in that, these are almost used as the ramparts for holding it sort of all together. You'd have one or more of these in between sort of fence sections and stuff like that. I don't know how I'm going to use these though. So ideas, people, how you can use all of these. You could almost make a big sort of sunshine, couldn't you? Like a child would draw with all the beams coming out of it, like I've done the moon. But I don't think I'm going to do a sunshine on the wall because that'd look a bit weird, I reckon. But anyway, there's an absolute heap of those. I'm just going to put that heap off to one side to give us a bit of space. Got some clear dishes, but they're massive. So I can either use these part of coral or something like that to support other pieces, or maybe I could use them as stands, you know, to give something a wide base where it's standing on something like a road plate and there's no studs for connections. That might make it really useful, actually. Yes, I kind of like the idea of that. Cool. Oh, wow. We've got another one here. But this is a baby. Except it is technically a different, I think it's called something like an ankylosaurus because it goes for your ankles. But it's kind of similar. Could that be in tow behind all of these, just sort of running after them? It's a bit too cute in a way to be part of an army, isn't it? And then we've got this one as well. So, yeah, I'm trying to think. Could they go in the Natural History Museum instead? We shall see. That's pretty cool, though. We've got a man. He is a troll, but of the old, what's it called, like fantasy line. So that's good. Hopefully his helmet's in here because that's also needed. We've got some aliens here from the, what was it, Mars line? Mars exploration or whatever it was called. Yeah. So they're kind of cool. They're very narrow because you could put them in little things that could get pumped down pipes and stuff like that. So that was quite interesting, actually. We've got a shield here, which I think might not be Lego, but we can check. It's not one of the glow-in-the-dark ones, is it? Do you know what? It might be. Trying to see it outside the light. I think it is. I think that is a glow-in-the-dark shield, and that's why it looks a slightly off-white. So I've seen these in the catalogue, and they're quite hard to come by. So that is pretty cool if that's the case. I'll check that out further, but that is very cool. A nice flame 2x6 tile. That came on the burger van, didn't it? Got some more of those. I think I just got enough of those, sadly. Wow, a massive pirate flag and a massive kind of goodies flag. Don't know what you call them. It's the Imperial flag, I suppose, with the cross cannons. So hopefully we can use those. Those are good. We've got a plastic piece here, which is, I don't even know which way up that's supposed to. Oh, I think it's that way. I think it's, it's a back banner. So it sort of be rippling in the wind behind a mounted knight who's in the, golly, what they're called, samurai kind of ninja line, I think. So that's pretty cool. And I think that line that looks like a crease vertically is actually part of the pattern. So that's all right. Cool. You've got 1,000,001 of these. Is this because you've got, yes, I know what it is. You've got all those new road plates. And essentially, you get loads of these in that set, don't you, to sort of join them together as speed bumps. And yeah, you don't need them. I'm not sure I do either, but we'll have to think of a way of using them because there's about, I don't know, 50, 60 here. Oh, and there is another sticker sheet, and that's just got some symbols here, Japanese symbols by the looks of things. So, yeah, I don't know what that says. Somebody will be able to tell us in the comments section, no doubt. They're all the same. I think they came in little white flags. I think I've had those before. Got some flower gears. We've got whatever this is. I'm doubting this is Lego. We shall quickly look at that. I don't think it is. But that is interesting. It's almost like a spinner, isn't it? Yeah, that's that. Lots of these, which I use for the kind of roof awning of tram stops and so on. Yeah, so that'll be useful. Or maybe if I've got some solar panel stickers on, I can stick them on there. That's cool. What else have we got? I don't want to miss anything cool. Got solar panel there. That's nice. Some of these really large curved, one really large and several smaller one of the sort of circular bricks. They're quite hard to use as well. More sticker pieces from Atlantis. One dragon wing. There's a couple of Bionicle heads, or is it Hero Factory? With a sort of glow in the dark thing. If you light that back bit, it should shine through the eyes. But I was thinking of using these as kind of almost 2001 Space Odyssey sort of monoliths. They'd just be random places built into rock faces and then sort of signify something mysterious from the past or from goodness knows what. But I didn't do it. They're a bit hard to sort of stick on and keep flat and, you know, because they look a bit too wacky. Oh, there's another one of those. And yeah, a sort of shark scooter front. A cup with a mountain on it. One of those, which I used in front of my lights in my cabinet just to turn them more bluey, so they were a much nicer sort of shade of light. Sort of rock faceted piece ×2. Small pirate flag. What else have we got? Extreme sticker, that's cool. Or one of those things from Star Wars for practicing your lightsaber training on. Sort of floats in the sky. Ugh, don't like that. yeah, kind of good bit of roof. I might be able to use that as part of a facade, just against the wall. A nice sort of turret bottom. It's a nice big size. We've got a mast, very small mast, police stickers and so on. More of these heads. Oh, that one's a bit more wacky, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, a nice red dragon head for a horse. That's cool, with a clip wedged in it. One of those flag ears. Oh, another bit of quarter thing there, and some great big red wheels. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to use something with big wheels like that, but they can be used sort of that way as sort of air conditioning units on top of a building, or, yeah, all sorts of different ways. It could almost be a turret top, couldn't it? Like this, sort of a bit below that or something. It's a bit weird in red, perhaps, but yeah, it can definitely be used. You could even make it into a sort of big sort of chemical barrel or something like that. If you put them on top of each other, you just put something else on the top to make it look barrel-y. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Lots of letters and things like that on tiles, patterned flags. Yeah, loads of patterned bricks. You know what I like. Oh, there's the other dragon wings. That's cool. We've got 2 of those. Hey, we've got the stunts bike. Woo! In the bathtub with the rubber duck on as well. That is super cool. And another pattern tile with a sort of beastie on it with big teeth. He looks fun, doesn't he? That can almost be part of a banner or standard for the ogres riding on their lovely beasts. So that is pretty cool. Another faceted brick there. More panels. Old grey. Old grey there and new grey there. All sorts of good stuff. Wow. Absolutely awesome, Edward. Yeah, really good stuff that I like. So that is going to be really useful. I think there's a few things that I'm going to struggle to use, but there's some really good stuff for collections here. And there's some really good stuff for sort of castle builds in the old town and stuff like that. Because I'm going to have, as I mentioned before, kind of a city wall. So I'm going to need loads of these. And having things like little turrets sort of, here and there will make it look much more interesting. See, there's another one. Yes, that's really helpful. Getting more aliens maybe for the cantina. More little beasties. Loads of stickers to pull off and put on other things. And a troll for my castle scene. Even got weird. Oh, that's like a clutch gear. I don't really understand how they work. But anyway, that's cool. And yeah, big flags. They were good, weren't they? And the masts. So we can have these sort of, weird angles on sunken ships. Or maybe even use them as telegraph poles. Who knows? But they're pretty big, pretty amazing. Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know about these. I don't know how to use them. There's just so many. Anyway, it's a good problem to have. So thank you very much, Ed. I'll give you another Bedoying. Why not? Cool. So that is a great start. Now, I've also been buying this week on eBay. And basically, I was taking a shortcut to get another facade because heaven knows we've got a lot of wall to cover. So the city looks like it's going on into the distance. And whenever I see a big new set come out, I sometimes think, oh, maybe I'll get that. Kind of like, shall I get the X-Man mansion or something like that? So it's filling up more of my facades. That one, in that case, is just too expensive to get, really, just for that purpose. So, I try and save money wherever I can. But the Harry Potter range is quite a good source for a lot of this material as well. And I kind of like the look of the Malfoy Manor 76453. But it's not a cheap set. And it comes with loads of minifigures and stuff that a lot of people collect. But that is to my favour because a lot of people just want the minifigures. And some people on eBay just sell the bits they don't need, which is the lumpy building from their perspective. Maybe they're more space poor. So somebody like me who's got a great big Lego room to fill can just buy Malfoy Manor. Yes, cool. So basically, I've got this lovely building for quite a reasonable price and without any of the stuff that I don't need. And what I've been able to do is just make a few subtle changes, like I've added some steps in here, flipped around these feet that I don't like the look of. I've kind of tidied up this area and moved the what was an M upside down into a W, so it's sort of more pointy and in that roof section. Talking of this roof section, I've actually pulled it out well, rather pushed it towards us, one stud, so it overhangs on each side, because it was level with this and looked a bit weird if you ask me. I've really tidied that up. And more than that, I've ripped absolutely everything off the back. So it is pancake flat now, as any good facade should be. And I've even raised it up a little bit using some random coloured bricks to make it a little bit higher so we can see it more easily behind the rail track. So that is completely flat now, and it wasn't even that hard to do. So we've got a really good sort of old looking building that will fit right in with the sort of UK theme of my city, and it'll have plenty of space behind that railway line in between it and the wall. So that is a really good purchase. And yeah, as I said, I've got none of the stuff I wouldn't have needed and, well, could have even sold. And as a result of stripping the stuff off the back, I've got an absolute load of more bricks as well. I mean, anywhere that I might need an absolutely oversized huge fireplace, I now have one. That's pretty cool. Look at that for an old picture. And there's a second one somewhere. We've got stuff for a kind of storeroom, kitchen, fire and stuff. Huge gates. They're pretty cool, aren't they? And you can get some sort of stone peacocks. I was wondering if I could use the gargoyles. Oh no, I think I need that bit. If I could use the gargoyles somewhere else and almost put the stone peacocks on the gate and maybe have that kind of next to the building to continue the facade off to the side or something like that, because I think that looks kind of good. Big sort of set of birds, or maybe they could even be facing sort of inwards or something like that, and then I can use these somewhere like in my old town where I think they'll be more useful. But they're pretty cool pieces, aren't they? Quite cute, really. Yeah, so yeah, I think that's really good. What else I get? Big stair pieces, massive table, a big chandelier. So I've got absolutely loads of stuff. There's another big picture of a lady with a dog. That's going to be really useful for when I'm doing other builds in my city. So I think that was an absolute deal. So very happy with that as well. Right, on to my Bricklink package. All right, well, that's going to be a really good shortcut to filling my walls. I've got a few more planned facades, but I need all the help I can get with the amount of wall space I have to fill. So this package is from bricklink.com and it's called Orange Girder number 8. And that's because it has the final 8th girder that I need for my extended orange girder building, which is going to be the HQ of a certain orange drink company. Vitar Racer. Yes, that's who are going to be living in there. And I may extend it a third time, essentially, after I've extended it this second time with these additional girder pieces to put kind of a square base on and have even more height added to it. But for now, stage 2 is just going to be taking it from 4 of these girder pieces to 8 and pretty much doubling the height. Not quite, because it's got this sort of bit at the top and these are going to overlap somewhat, but nonetheless it is a great improvement because that building just looks awesome, way better than I kind of envisaged it might. So yeah, it was a fundamental requirement to get 4 more of these, and I've finally done it from 3 different vendors. One got me 2 and the other one's got me only 1, because yeah, they're getting few and far between in the UK. They only came in 2 sets, including 4210 Coast Guard platform from 2008, which I get the sense wasn't that amazingly popular. So it's the last one for me. There are only 2 of these left in the entire UK, and they're over £5 each, but there are still loads in Europe and the US as well. So if you do want to do something similar, you can. And this one looks all right, looks a bit sort of frayed. It's definitely been in a sort of a toy box, but I can always put the ones that are the most sort of used at the bottom where they'll be seen less, and also at a distance it doesn't look too bad. So there we go. So that I can balance there. That was the main part of the order, really much pretty much the only reason why I went to this vendor. But while I was there, as ever, I got as many pieces as I could from my wanted lists, all that looked interesting, and there were quite a few good bits actually, so it wasn't too bad. So I think I've overbought these. I bought magenta window frames for my wedding dress shop before, and I think I've double bought them. But anyway, so I've got some spare ones of those now. Here's an interesting part. It's a dog for my dog collection. And he's a fire dog. He should arguably be a Dalmatian, wearing this sort of lovely high-vis jacket. But he's one I didn't have, so I kind of had to get him. And I could have got him from Lego Bricks and Pieces directly, but I think it was something like £3 or something for, direct, because he's dual molded and printed and all the rest of it. So I thought, nah, somebody will have that, available in the secondary market. So I'll wait until I see one. And he does look very cute. So yeah, he'll be going with my fire brigade when we finally get Towering Inferno going, for him to be part of the scene, saving lives. He came on 60414, Fire Station with Fire Truck from 2024, which is that kind of uber modern looking fire building. I love the overhang sort of section and the sort of curvy windows and stuff. Could almost buy that building and repurpose it for something that wasn't fire related. But I don't know if I like it as a fire station per se. But anyway, I'm not going to get that one because I've got more of these sort of old school fire engines from a couple of lines before. So that is very nice to have, though, to join that scene. Lots of cheese wedge pieces, it seems, for my C section and waves. I think I've got enough of those, and we just got some more from Ed. But anyway, there we go. There's another one of those. Black Ladder, I think, was also from that fire set. But, I was sort of getting a few interesting pieces like this. I thought it could be really useful as a gantry, sort of a walkway like that. And maybe we could use sort of robot arms and some bars to sort of have the handholds or something. And it could just be for getting from one area to another in an industrial area or something like that. Something raised above the ground. Anyway, maybe it'd even be over a train line or something like that. You do have those sort of walkways for servicemen, and you could almost have things hanging off, or you could even have it upside down, couldn't you? Has it got any axle holes? No, but there are ways of, getting bricks going upside down, and you could hang, I don't know, train signals off it or something like that. Anyway, it's a nice piece. I think it's probably 16 long. What do you think? Yeah, 16 long, so that's a good piece to have. Just wanted it to be able to play around with it, really. So that's that. Those are some pieces for the Extendo Tower. Yes, because obviously we've got to do the interiors and the floors on the inside as well. We've got 2 sticker sheets. Now, I wasn't massively in the market for these, saying bakery and an open sign and lots of different menus and products and stuff like that. But they were really cheap. They're about 26 pence each, coming from 40696 Bakery from 2024. So I thought I'd get them. And then if with 2 bakery signs, I can make it double-sided. And the menus I can put on windows, stuff like that. So maybe I'll have a small bakery in the old town. Who knows? I've definitely got enough bread goods to stock one. But there's also, if you remember, a bakery in the Assembly Square set. So maybe I'll just cake that in stickers as well. No pun intended. Cake it with stickers. So anyway, yeah, I don't know exactly where I'm going to use those, but at that price, it was kind of hard to refuse. Make me an offer I can refuse. So, yeah, I bought those. Oh, look, we've got a bandaged minifigure accessory. The bandaged hand. That must have been a good price. Just put that in. And these are for my subway sign lights. When you've got the subway map, it's the light that is on the top. We've got a lot more of those 6x6 plates for the inside of our extended tower. We've also got some in blue of different sizes. That'll be for the C, of course. They must have passed my price per stud sort of test of under half a p a stud. We've got one more coloured piece for my very, very multicoloured tower, which will be another facade on the main sort of city side. Loads of 2x4 bricks in grey. Must have just been a good price, I guess. And then one longer one, another piece for a good price. That must have come from set 60117, I'm thinking, which is Van and Caravan from 2016. So there we go. I'll probably not do that because I've already got that set. Don't need the sticker. Bought it for the brick. Yeah, more of those. I got 1x1s with eyes on and other eyes on because they were a penny each. And basically when I used them, I just build them into a wall so the eyes are hidden. Job's a good one. So yeah, no problem with that. I'll buy cheap pieces wherever I can. Pennies make pounds. That is for a super secret police. build on space scooters for the space sort of contingent of that force. Those people get absolutely everywhere. So we're going to have some under the sea, some on the moon, some, well, absolutely everywhere. So yeah, that'll be really good to augment that scene. And then we got a really interesting looking bird with loads of good stuff in. So first of all, we've got a Manta Ray, who is lovely. These came on the sort of 80s and 90s diver sets, and sets like 6199 Hydrocrystallation Station from 1998, which is a bit later, but even more wacky. I mean, golly, there's so much going on in that set. Wow, big sub, base. I mean, it looks like it's got loads of different play features on. I can't even work out what's going on. But yeah, hydrocrystallization station. So hydro's water, crystallization. So a water crystal is ice. Yeah, I don't know if they know what they're talking about there. But anyway, one of the lovely beasties in that set is this Manta Ray, and they are just so beautiful. I've got a couple in my deep sea cabinet over there, but I'd want some for my undersea as well. And this one was damaged, and you can see why. Its entire sort of barb bit on the back of its tail has been, well, chewed off or fallen off or whatever. They did tell me that and did sell it at an appropriate price to represent that. So that's fine. I'll just have that in the backdrop. Sort of coming towards us, and you'll never notice the difference. But they are very beautiful. I just wish they came in different colours. I mean, we've got the more recent rays that are very cool indeed, and there's about 4 different versions of that, which I think I have all of. So, yeah, we'll be able to mix and match. A black fish, which I always think of as black cod, which is beautifully tasty. So that can go there. More of these sort of inverted slope corner ones. I tend to use those in my rock faces. They must have been cheap as well. So I've got a load of those. Here's a supposedly discoloured piece. We don't look that bad, but it wasn't for the piece that I wanted it. It was for the Vitar Racing sticker. Wonderful. So this is one of those pieces I can't stop buying whenever I see it. And it came from 60218, Desert Rally Racer from 2019, where it's on the roof there. And yeah, I've already done my Vitar Racing car, so I don't know where I'll be able to use it. But yeah, I've got one spare from that, and I've now got this one, so we've got 2 to play around with. So maybe we'll do an advertising hoarding or something like that. I think this is the final stickered piece I need for my wedding dress shop that came from the 41058 Heart Lake, where else? Shopping Mall from 2014, where they had a wedding dress shop as well on the top left there. But it's just an excuse to use some sort of different colours and whites and pinks and stuff like that for a nice ornate shop, selling a wedding cake and wedding dress shop, wedding dresses themselves and so on. It'll be quite small, I think, but oh, and that sticker's coming up about on that side. I should be able to repair that using my patented hot tea technique. And yeah, that is fine. Good. So we'll have that. That can be, I think I need one on the inside. So if it is a bit damaged, I can just use it there. Oh no, there's another sticker that's coming up, and this one's a foil one. That's going to be a lot harder to repair, actually. Oh, it is a shame. So this is just an open sign on a piece of glass, and there's another one from the same set. This, here we go, sporting sort of sign. And they're just pieces from the 41312 Heart Lake, where else? Sports Centre from 2017. And I just basically can't get the sticker sheet for that because, well, there aren't any for sale. And I love the colours, and I kind of had the idea in my old town or somewhere else maybe of doing a sports shop partially, so I've got somewhere to put things like footballs, basketballs, and loads of sporting equipment like hockey sticks and stuff like that, and just have them all for sale in a store. And I really like the colour scheme of this with the sort of pink and dark turquoise and purple and all the rest of it. So yeah, I'm kind of putting all of those sticker pieces in that set on a wanted list and you know, buying them when I see them. So there's a couple, though that one looks, yeah, perhaps a bit past repair. So yeah, that's a bit of a shame. There's a vent. That is actually for the SSP Space Scooter as well, from 7639, the camper. That's the lime one from 2009. So I think I've got enough of those now just to move them onto those pieces. More bits for the Gerder Tower extended, all the computers that all of the kind of drones working for Vitar will be working hard on. So there's loads of those. You think you got loads of a piece, and then you try and do something that big, and then you realise you just totally don't have enough. More of those slopes. That's a nice piece that I've got a load of already in my cargo area, but I hadn't seen one for a while and it was very keenly priced. And I thought, yeah, go on, I'll have another poison barrel. So that came from 8198 Ramp Crash, an awesome tiny turbo set from 2010, which has got loads of cool stickers. The no parking one, the Carl's Cargo one, all the road lines and so on, etc., etc. And when I was looking at that again recently, I noticed there's that one that says docks straight on and city to the right. And that is literally a sign I could use on my roads. So I'm going to actually try and get that sticker as well if I can. So that is a nice poison barrel. There's another one of those vent ones. Here's another one from a Tiny Turbo set, 8125 Thunder Raceway from 2009. I think I bought it for the 1x4 brick. If it's only a couple of pennies, why not? We've got, hey, another super secret police tile here. And this is from the 70808 Super Cycle Chase from 2014, as you will well know. It must have been quite a popular set because I'm still seeing these pieces practically in every store. I'm buying them, of course. So that's really good for me because if they were rare or that was an unpopular set, it would be really hard to get enough for all of my SSP builds. But as it turns out, there's no problem whatsoever. So very glad with that. Another sticker piece, just wanted for the sort of skater type tag. Maybe I'll be able to put that in my skate park because I've got some dark azure pieces there, haven't I? So it'll transfer really well. Anyway, this one says Mia, which is unsurprising that it comes from Mia's bedroom, 41327 from 2018. I don't know if you tag your own bedroom, but anyway, it's pretty good. Good set, cool skateboard. Got that one. So yeah, that's a nice little detail to add to a scene. I mean, I can put it anywhere in the city if it's just tagging, can't I? Yeah, plate, a couple of tread plates. The 1x6 ones I'm going through at the moment for these steps in and around my old market square. These actually came from the 60112 super long fire engine, as I call it, from 2016. And I've got that. That'll be part of my fire brigade putting out a fire with this dog. So yeah, I look forward to getting that out and using that. It is ridiculously long though. I mean, it's like a base plate and a half in length or something. Then finally, two more pieces. We got another Tiny Turbos little sticker. Turbo Load, does that say? I think it does. And that one came from 8124 Ice Rally from 2009. So yeah, just bought that because it was pretty cool. Maybe I can stick that on one of my races that I've already done. Who knows? Quite usable. And then last, but definitely not least, this lovely red-eyed lady with a headdress. I think I'll probably use this side where she's less kind of laser-eyed. But this came from the character Princess Iron Fan from the Monkey Kid sets. And I've got that character. She's sort of the dragon lady who's in charge of the floating Chinese restaurant in my harbour area. But I wanted this head again just so I could add it to those Flamox, what they're called, pieces for the kind of Melisandre type character that I wanted to have in my castle scene. And I thought there was no head more perfect than this, with a sort of headdress, the lipstick and the beauty spot and all the rest of it, with a sort of headdress on and all those flaming robes to be a Melisandre type character. So that came in two sets, including 80016, the Flaming Foundry from 2020, where she's standing on a plinth. That looks rather good, that set. I love the wheels as kind of the turret tops there, those sort of lumpy, almost Power Miner-esque wheels used in a different way. That's sort of what I was saying about those red wheels that we've now buried under other stuff. So yeah, wherever they are. Yeah, but that is a very nice head. And I can take that off my wanted list as well now. Cool, I shall put that on there so it doesn't roll away. Lovely, cool. So that is an awesome haul. We first of all had our package from Ed, who knows what I like. He obviously watches all of the hauls. Loads of good stuff to play around with there. The masks are new on me. We have, a new dinosaur. Well, a couple of new dinosaurs, actually. Loads of castle wall pieces. Loads of good stuff to play around with and experiment with. Sticker pieces to remove and all the rest of it. So love all that. We've got a Malfoy Manor, as amended by me. that will fit straight in as an additional facade in my city. Very happy with that. And then my haul with the most important piece, the 8th orange girder, and then loads of other good stuff. Considering we only went there for that one piece, I found quite a lot of good stuff. Yeah, loads of projects covered. So very happy with all of that. Well, I've checked the shield and it definitely is a glow-in-the-dark one, so that is really interesting, isn't it? Where am I going to use a glow-in-the-dark shield that'll look really appropriate? Maybe decor on a building or something like that, I don't know. Something spooky? Ideas in the comment section, please. Anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching. It is appreciated. Do remember to like, comment and subscribe for more awesome brick hauls. And do also subscribe to the main Robin Hood Bricks channel to see that facade going into place, that girder build being extended, and, well, all the other things I've mentioned as well. And if you value these channels, there are many ways in which you can support them. Do check out the links in the description below. And next time on this channel, we'll be doing another brick haul, unsurprisingly. And on the main channel, well, I want to make some serious progress with the city. So, yeah, more tables, more train track, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I think I might even get the big roller coaster in position as well. So, yeah, lots to be working on. But until then, see you! Maybe I can use all these orange things as the base of my Vitar Rush building.